Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Tier 1, Round 5 Spa. I'm here by myself right now because everything's a massive fucking mess. You can blame a guy called Finley for that. So I don't know if I'm going to be on my own the whole time, but I am for now. And we've got 17 drivers with at least 2 more joining whenever they finish their 5 laps of Belgium. But the favourites today, well, NRM and Carsey, are quite a way out ahead in the championship at the moment. Also, Just Lewiski's always performed very well in the past here, as I need to announce that we are live. We've got a few reserves as well. We've got Drizzy, although he has raced a decent amount before in Tier 1, and he's decided to change his esports team once again, which, happens every 2 weeks. So, not a big deal. As first cars are now out on track, which probably means my timer is very much out of sync. As who is first? Oh, Academy leader and server owner, Pete, otherwise known as IFC Arrows, will be first. And although a lot of people said he maybe didn't deserve his T1 gave himself, he has actually performed and brought home a fair few points. The AlphaTauri team. I think he's got like 6 points or some shit. Very solid. Yeah, look, everyone, well, not everyone, about 10 cars out on track now. It's a very long lap here, so you really don't want to be doing more than 1 lap on the tyres. On that second lap, the performance really won't be there. Pete's going quite fast on this out lap. I would have expected to see a much slower out lap to protect the tyres, but Pete's not fucking about. What else we got out on track? Got Hidalgo, or pretty much everyone. You got Hidalgo, the championship leading Aston Martins are both out, and I promised Carsey we'd watch his lap because he needs everyone to watch him race for like validation that he's a good driver and stuff. So we'll watch Carsey's lap when he goes for it, as Pete crosses the line to start his lap now. And although you can get a pretty decent tow here, but you really don't want to be following people around on their laps, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a couple teammates slipstreaming down the Camel Straight. But, I don't know how good the teamwork is between a lot of these teams. I know Carsey and Coke are very good friends, as my boy Demolition Dan is now in. But I think they'll back their own pace to get through Q1 without a slipstream, as Carsey starts his lap down to T1, holds 7th gear, kisses the apex, doesn't take too much curb on the entry, takes all of it on the exit. Got some yellows through sector 1 and 2. Has someone binned it? Joe Kilgore has already binned it. Oh, that is unfortunate. He will be kicking himself for that, and I'm sure he'll definitely tell us what could have been in the Tier 1 general chat at some point. That's his signature move. Here he goes, up through. I always find this hairpin a bit awkward. It seems to be very long, quite understeery. Holds 3rd gear through there. It's very neat. Oh, as he loses the rear a bit. Joe's had enough, as he calls this the Carsey line, even though he saw it on Reddit. I don't know, probably gains you a few milliseconds, kids. If you want to be number 20 whatever in the world, you got to copy Carsey. Takes a lot of curve. Oh, it loses a rear. It's not been the tidiest lap. 2 quite oversteery moments. Pete's at some first lap 43.0, but I would say that definitely not enough based on the previous tiers yet. As my guy BC Boy 33 about 41.5. So Pete's gonna have to find a bit of time. Yeah, 41.6 from Hidalgo, very close. If he leaves for some reason. And Coke, 41.2. Will Carsi beat that? He does not. 3 tenths off Coke, so I don't think Carsi will be very happy with that time. Who's on a lap? Jesper's going slow. Lewiski has invalidated. Come on, surely someone's on a lap. The weak Arberts, is he about to set time? 42.1. So TJ has only gone a 42.0. I would have thought TJ would be a bit faster here. And Lewis at a 41.7. This is one of Lewis's better tracks. Had some very memorable performances here in previous seasons. I think some people are disconnecting and stuff according to NRM, but I don't know. Already invalid on this lap. TJ is half a tenth up on his time going through that Puon? I think that's Puon. These corners are quite difficult because you really got to try and not touch the curb. You saw Carsi touch that curb and lose the rear of his car quite badly. As he's going to go through a second sector split, a bit of understeer, and he is 3 tenths up on his time. So even if it's on the second lap, there must have been a pretty poor lap for TJ initially. Someone's going slow up ahead, so hopefully it doesn't block TJ's progress. It is the BC boy, but no, he tucks out of the way nicely. Slams on the anchors here. Kisses those 2 apexes nicely, although not overly aggressive. Well, this put him. Only up to P5, 1 position, so I'm not sure if TJ will feel entirely safe with that lap. I think Demolition Dan is on his first ever Tier 1 lap. So it'll be interesting. He has performed exceptionally well so far in this league in his first season. Dominating in Tier 3 and then a lot of very strong showings in Tier 2, which is why he is leading that championship, I believe. Maybe not after today, but I think he is. Decides to not take the Carsi line. Slight lift through Puon. Got quite a bit of traffic up ahead. I think the car has maybe spun, or is just honestly getting out of the way. Yeah. Aaron is able to get back in. As approaches the second sector split. I have no idea what a fast split is, but he's on a 13.6. Have I missed any other laps set by people? Alpha gets out of the way nicely. As I think there might be someone in here who's not meant to be in here, according to Marcy. Monty goes fastest with a 41.1. Demolition Dan approaches the line. It is going to be a 41.8. So, you know, beating a few people, but he can definitely go faster than that, I think. I think he got a 41.4, although that wasn't a short quality and P1's got a bit less grip. Am I able to kick people if what's it called? Am I able to kick people like from within the game? Oh, no! Do not exit multiplayer. Fucking hell. Is that possible? I don't think I can. I can do it from in the lobby. Anyway. Mac, on his lap, has had a very strong start to the season so far. I think he's currently like 5th in the championship or something, which I have to say no one expected, including him. But he's performed very well, kept himself out of trouble. As heavy on the brakes into the bus stop chicane. Quite tidy, well this lap puts him. He's obviously going to be only looking to do 1 lap. It's a 42.2. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. Put it on leader thingy, it looks nicer. Yeah, that's a lot better. Is he going to go for a second lap in a row? There's still warning lights on, but... No, he's a second and a half down. So who is NRM on a lap? NRM, I believe, a championship. Let me put up the standings. I think he's still leading the championship, but it's pretty close with Carsey. So strong race here. Dalgo gets out of the way. Very aggressive on the brakes there. Very impressive. That's what will this time be? Only a 41.8. So puts himself into 8th position. But Carsey and Monty are clear of the field at the moment. Carsey is on another lap. Let's ride on board with him. Going to be, oh, Dan's AI. He's lucky he caught him on the straight there because that could have been very much not optimal for Carsey there. As what is his second one split, he's a 10th down on his best time, but I'm sure he's got a lot more time to make up throughout the lap. I believe he has done a 40.0. I may be waffling, but I think he has, and he's like 20th on the leaderboard. As the same place as Drizzy retires. Oh dear, we've got another big hit of oversteer in the same place as last time. Maybe he's got a... Oh, I'm very surprised that was not validated. Maybe he has to reconsider his approach that corner, because it's just not working for him at the moment. Taking the curve here again. And look, it's that curve again. He's losing the rear, and he's definitely losing time because of it. Is he going to be up on his time here? Barely. Although he is still in P3. So, maybe I shouldn't talk. I don't think he lost that much time in the bus stop on his lap, so he may struggle to improve drastically. He takes a very... Oh, he's just going to... Oh, I think he's preparing to go again. I was confused there. He's just going to try to go again. Going to give a third bite at the apple. But I think we're going to be costing enough air time. And it's time for Nifty Rock as he's about to set his first lap head of the FIA. He's the one who gives you all your penalties, kids. Okay, so if you're mad at anyone, be mad at him. He goes 11th fastest. Ahead of his Scottish nemesis, Mac. And I think Oscar is out on his out lap, or is this his hot lap? You can never tell with Oscar because he sucks dick at quali, so you never know if it's an out lap and in lap. Not a clue. As Nifty retires, as I believe he has binned it for a rouge, if a Mac is telling me what I believe. As it looks like, oh, someone just set a lap. No idea who. Lewis has gone faster. Alpha's gone pretty fast. I think that's who it was. It was Alpha. Yeah, I don't think this is also his hot lap because even he would be doing a 2-minute 30 lap. But 4 people have crashed already, so I think that means everyone, if they set a lap and don't crash, they'll be through. Oh no! Oh, is it raining? Oh dear! Oh, Oscar! Oscar made a massive tumble back. He's got to beat Nifty's time, I just realised, hasn't he? He's got to beat Nifty's time with a 42.1. It's actually raining! Oh dear. I mean, not much he could do. He joined very late, but... This may not be optimal, let's say. But, or skirt. 30.0. Purple sector 1? Surely that's bollocks. So Lewiski retires, but I think I was just in the pits. He's decided his lap is fast enough to get him through, as does Coke. Confident in their times. I didn't watch Carsey's other lap, but he went pretty quick in it, only 6 milliseconds off his dad. Oh no, that's not his dad, that's Brendan Lee, sorry. Off his, I don't know, sister, or whatever Coke's relation is to him. I think it is raining. It might just be a visual glitch for us. Because Oscar's still going pretty quick. Let's have a look at his splits here. Going through 13.8. I think Demo down did a 13.6 if I remember correctly, so he might be okay. The rain might not be too bad. See, heavy on the brakes into that bus stop chicane. Gets to slow down in time. Over that second apex nicely. And now it's just a sprint to the finish line. He's a 42-1. He's bought himself a ticket to Q2 with that lap, but the owner of the league, IFC Arrows, will be out unless you can improve, but I'm pretty sure it's raining. Oh, he's 4 temps down! Oh! Wait, no, he's not. He's lying to me. Okay. Is that it? I haven't got any response from you asking if it's raining. Yeah, surely it's got. This can't be a glitch, right? It's raining. It's raining. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's raining. Yeah, it's Q1 Milan, so this will not be the grid, but it will be who gets through to Q2. We'll have 14 drivers because Nifty has absolutely binned it. How long have we got? Oh, we're just gonna have to sit here and Osk should not be racing. Why the fuck not, Mac? Why should Oscar not be racing? Mac, what's wrong? Marcus, are you able to hop in the party with me? Anyway. I don't think it will be possible for Pete to improve his lap in this weather, but he might as well give it a go, I think. He has little to lose at this point. He goes up through Eau Rouge, has to lift off big time here because the grip is just not there. Yeah, I think. Let's have a look at the split. Half a second down. And that is quali effectively over. As I have no idea if it's a wet race or not, but it'll be interesting to see. Maybe it is, maybe some people are running some wet setups. Not too sure. But very impressive from Demo Dan and Oscar. Both kept it on track and put in decent laps, especially Oscar when the rain started to fall, still able to go, where is he, 12th? 12th fastest. As Peter's ended his job. Alright. What's everyone saying about Verstappen getting a free place grid penalty? Who's watching? What are you guys thinking of that? That's Quali is now owner. Personally, I think it was a bit harsh to give Max a free place because it was a racing incident in my mind. So this means Arrows, Drizzy, Kilgore and Harvey are out of qualifying. Nifty will also technically be out of qualifying because he crashed. And that means he will not be able to take part in Q2. As, here, what are they called? This is the classification, that's it. Look, Nifty Rock is out, but that's just because he binned it. Silly prick. And look, top 14 will all go through. Sure. Drizzy did message me before and say this is one of his good tracks, so he won't bin it. I will be releasing a screenshot of that alongside with the clip of him binning it. As we are going into Q2 now. If it is wet, as I expect it will be, it will not be the... Yep, looks pretty fucking wet to me. So... What was I going to say? So... Running this tyre is not what they'll start the race on, because I assume they'll all go on inters. And... So everyone will have 3 tyre choice at the start of the race, which... is not as fun, in my opinion. I think it's a bit spicy when the when the top 10 are not always on the best strategy. Let's just spice it up a bit in the race. But if it's a dry race, we'll be seeing how everyone is able to cope in the wet with a dry setup, because they're obviously not want to compromise their race pace. People getting out nice and early. Not always sure what's going to happen with the conditions on this game, so it's good if it's a bit iffy. You might want to get a lap in early. Always for the best, in my opinion. Although I don't really know what I'm talking about. That's who is out first. I think that is that Demo Dan? No. It's Obesity Boy. As you look into the green wall intermediate tyres are on. And the rain is still falling, so maybe the track is going to keep getting worse and worse, so they're going to want to get some laps in quick. They'll be filled up for multiple runs, because the Inters don't really wear that much in terms of one lap pace. And it does seem to be getting wetter up there, so yeah, look, pretty much everyone out on track except Lewiski and NRM, who, to be fair, are two of the favourites here, so I think they know something we don't. As they normally know what the fuck is up. As we're going to ride on board with Odysseus lap, and I'm sure this will be a wildly different lap to the ones we saw in Q1, as it looks very greasy, very slippy out there now. It's going to have to brake much earlier, at slower speed into turn 1. Very cautious. Easy on the throttle, but still loses the rear a little bit. Eau Rouge and Radion. Very scary set of corners in the dry, let alone the wet. As he lifts a bit, didn't really lift enough and kind of compromised his line, but he's made it through in one piece. Let's get the telemetry out, have a look. Brakes into the chicane here. Nice and easy. As Monty has retired, he has crashed through Eau Rouge and Radion. And one of the fastest drivers in this lobby has retired, as has Jesper. Don't know where Jesper is. He done it in the same place? Very, very possible. As the Obesity is being able to keep it on track so far. Kept it pretty clean, kept it valid into P1. Quite challenging to know how much he can really give it through here in the wet. Yeah, he has to get off the throttle there. There's some lost time, but it's expected on a first lap in the wet. I think he'll want to avoid these curbs here, as we saw it lose traction in the dry, so God knows what we'll do in the wet. Going through the sector 2 split. 22.9. Might be quick, might not. As he will, I think, he may have to lift, is it Blanchimont? Like the one coming up now? I don't know. It's one of them. Yeah, it's slight lift, but keeps a lot of speed. 196 miles an hour, braking for the bus stop. Slots the breaking point nicely. Very cautious on the throttle here though. Very easy to spin in the low gears. It looks to me like he's in auto gears almost. There's a 53.500, and we're about to see, I think, Mac cross the line. And it will be a 54.1. TJ is a very strong, he's a validated. Well, TJ is a self-proclaimed very strong wet driver. His car C goes almost a second quicker. But we are going to ride on board with TJ's lap here, as I assume he'll go for another hot lap. On controller, as he locks up a bit going into T1, at least on our screen. But he's got to slow down in time. Easy on the traction. TJ is normally one of the fastest in the league in these slippery conditions. Out through Eau Rouge and Radion. Keeps decent speed with a nice tight line. RC up ahead of him, who's already set provisional, well, it's cold technically, but high flare, what's going on mate? braking into a chicane. Takes a curb on the first one, leaves it as Alpha sets the lap, but not very quick. And Demolition Dan has set a very similar time to Max. So impressive stuff from a Tier 2 driver. Handling these conditions well, handling the pressure. As someone going very slow through P1 on the map there. Don't know if he's run out of fuel or something. As visually I'd say TJ looks like he's catching Carsey, to be fair. Maybe Carsey's just not going for 2 in a row. Oscar sets a lap, another in around the ballpark as, oh god, traffic. He deals with that nicely. They both get out of the way quite kindly, but he still breaks a little bit late, runs wide. Hooks that. I assume he backed out of that. As NRM, what the fuck has happened to him? He in the pits? What? What's happened there? As TJ has kept it very clean so far throughout this lap. I don't know how anyone retired. Was he in the pits? What? As advantage Carsey in this championship battle today. Oh, he locks up. I don't know if he actually locked up there because he got it slowed perfectly onto the apex. I think that might just be like a spectating glitch. There's a wheel on the track there. 53.0. Though Carsey, so far, seems to have the advantage in these wet conditions. Just Lewiski on a lap. Great driver here at Belgium, had a lot of big wins here. Won his championship here? Maybe I'm waffling. Anyway, braking. He did win his championship here, I think. He might have already been champion there. Very challenging corner this one. Got to be careful not to invalidate. Does not take the Carsey line. Approaching P1 about 190 miles an hour. Leaving a bit of time on the table there, doesn't want to risk invalidate. Oh, as he almost loses the rear. Has to step completely out of the throttle. As I think someone has fucked it in Rouge. That looks like weak. Obese, wait, no, who just set a lap? Who was it? Was it Coke? I think it was Coke. We're going to say it was Coke. 53.7. 3 more people have already binned it. And this is only quali, guys. Imagine what the race is going to be like. Fucking hell. More yellows in sector 1. Oh no, I don't think anyone's crashed it ever. They're just going nice and slow. Yeah, slight blend of the throttle through there just to keep it on track. He's going to brake just after the 100 meters, even in these wet conditions. Very careful on the throttle through here. And then going to short shift up towards the line. What time will this be? At 53.9. It takes him 5th, just behind Coke-tastic by about 2.5 tenths. So, only one of the drivers who has not yet set a lap will be... Well, Vidalgo's the only one who hasn't set a lap yet. But, because 3 have crashed, only one of the current drivers who's still going will be knocked out. So you're only going to beat one person. So a lot of drivers here on for a good quali, which they normally wouldn't be in Q3. You've got Arbert's not a common place in Q3. Mac sometimes makes it. Demolition Dan and Oscar coming up from Tier 2 would be very impressed if they could get into Q3. Although Demo Dan does have a notoriously strong quali pace, but Oscar not so much. Let's see. Is anyone else on a lap? TJ going 2 tenths faster on this lap. Wait, as he goes through there. Oh, never mind. Going half a tenth faster on this lap. Takes it steady through here. Keep running over the curb there. A lot stricter track limits there on that corner than in real life. Get a lot of understeer through there. That's not exactly what you wanted. He struggles to get the nose turned in there. Be able to get on the power nice and early, all the way up to P1. He's going to chuck it in. Oh, and look, losing the rear end there, as we've seen a couple other drivers do, like Lewiski. Doesn't run wide this time, keeps it tight. Takes a lot of curb there, but it doesn't unsettle the cars. He's invalidated. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, he's still set a decent lap already, so I don't think he'll be too... He's half a second up though. His pace in the wet clearly showing, even though he didn't validate. Poke, is he on a lap? He's 2.5 tenths down. Does not look like he's pushing to me. Lewiski not on a lap, but Oscar is on a lap. Or might be. Let's have a look at the Sector 1 split. A tenth faster for the Sector 1. Oh, he brakes a bit late. That is not the line, Oscar. Oh, that is definitely not the line. Oh, that is not the line. Anyway, moving on. Oscar will be taking a further part in qualifying. Hidalgo on his lap. Sector 1 split. A 32.0. Spots his braking point nicely, unlike another driver. Up through turn something, don't know which one that is, or what it's called. Willie brakes nice and early here. Doesn't get too much understeer like a lot of other drivers have been struggling with through there in these wet conditions. Gonna chuck it in here. Rear stays nice and planted for him. Looking quite neat so far. Pull been very challenging for a lot of drivers today. He gets on the curb. Don't know if that's ideal as he's very close to the track limits there. Didn't have an ideal turn in. Spots his braking like well after the 50-meter board. Braking of his car is incredible. Is he losing the rear or is he lagging? I can't tell. As Monty has left the session. People disconnecting. What's happening? Oh, as NRX Jan has finally left the session, but yeah, that's all good. Hidalgo up through the bus stop, set his lap. As TJ, is he still in the pits? It says mediums. So he goes second fastest. Impressive stuff from XXX Hidalgo. TJ is on the mediums. Oh yeah, and look, Abisi's on the softs. Now, are they actually going to come out on these tyres? Interesting. Very interesting. Drizzy joins the leads again. Hello, Pete. I don't know if they are actually going to come out on these tyres. Is it drying? Doesn't. Oh, a bit of a trip across the gravel. Parsi, is he pushing? Might be pushing. And we're going to see as he coming up towards the sector 2 split, but we have to see. I think he is pushing. Taking it very. Oh, he was a 10th and a half up. I don't think he's a 10th and a half up anymore though after that moment. Almost really, always a bit risky keeping it flat there. I think. Yeah, look. TJ, BC boy out on the softs. However, that is actually completely pointless. If we look, there are only 10 people still alive. So if you have gone faster than Oscar's lap on the inters, so that is just Lewinsky and everyone above, there's actually zero need to go on a set of dry tyres. Because I think if they go faster on them, they are just gonna mean they don't have free tyre choice. Actually, it will be a big disadvantage. Whereas everyone who just sticks it on the inters will get a free tyre choice. If only they had an engineer as smart as me, they would be able to avoid such a situation. I'm not sure what's going on. As Demolition Dan is on 53.2. Faster than moves up to P4 as, yeah, look, the track looks a lot drier now. Pass your tyres, he knows he's safe, he's a big brain like me, he knows exactly what the fuck's going on. Bit of a lock up for Arbits there. He is one that also, he desperately needs to beat Oscar's lap, as does Slow Alpha, so just these two need to beat the lap. squirrely through there. As is Alpha on his lap? Surely he's going faster. The track is pretty much dry now. Oh dear. I think he has massively bottled it. He has, hasn't he? He has. He has fumbled the bag. Oh, but does that actually say the thumbs up? Makes it nice and easy for there. Yeah, look, it's properly dry. So he just needs to pretty much just set this lap and all will be grand. BC Boy, is he actually pushing on these softs? Oh, and they are now racing. BC, do not set this lap. It is pointless. Oh dear. I think all those inters massively overheating on the dry track. It might not even be faster than when it was wet if the tyres are cooked. He's equal on his time. Oh dear. Oh. This has gone badly wrong for weak carpets. Okay, good. The BC Boy backs off. He has recognised. As Arbut approaches the line, I don't think he's going faster. Well, no, he's definitely not. What am I talking about? He clogged the ball. He's definitely not going faster. So he is out of. What's it called? He's back. He's out of Q3. He's out of Q2 and will not be in Q3. Oscar, although setting a time good enough for Q3, will take no part because he totaled his car like a mong. Why does it say Dan is 9th when his time is good enough for 4th? I'm quite confused, because if he had crashed, his name would be like grayed out, wouldn't it? DNF on the straightaway hits. Does that mean he won't be able to... But his name wasn't grayed out. Oh, he's out! Fuck! So instead of a top 10 shootout, we will now have a top 8 shootout after we have gone dry, wet, dry. And fight for pole position. I think Carsey is looking a clear favourite here. No one's seemingly been able to match his pace. I think the word to describe that DNF was unnecessary from young Daniel. Actually, I have no idea how old Dan is. He might be like 45 for all I know. Yeah, another bone dry track, so hopefully we'll be seeing some blistering laps from the top 8. And hopefully a few less DNFs than we have in the Oscar telling me technically both he and Demo Dan got into Q3. I guess that's true, but you know, due to your collective stupidity, neither of you will be racing in it. As the drivers are out. BC Boy once again first out, although I guess the Haas is pretty much at the end of the pit lane. There are no Williams drivers in here. As I think we are going to have to watch our championship rival, not a championship leader. He's not our championship leader, but he is our current champion and championship contender. Carsey0111, and he messaged me a lot saying, Aiden, you gotta watch all my laps. Well, I'm gonna be really upset because it matters a lot to me. If Carsey's dad is watching, he also told me to say hi. Mac, I have not seen your helmet. I'll go have a look at your helmet. Actually, how the fuck do I look at your helmet? Looks nice, Mac. Looks like a good helmet. Okay. Back to what people care about. Carsey. I don't know. We'll watch our BC Boy for the start. because he's miles ahead of everyone for some reason. I think they'll have a lot of sets of softs, I would guess, because they did some interlapping, so they should have a fair few softs to go through. But it feels like we've been here for ages already. We haven't even got a Q3 lap done. Fucking hell, it's already 20 past 9. Let's hurry up. You just know it's going to be 5 safety cars, and I'm going to be here till 11 PM or some shit. I'll just start fighting people who DNF. Is it raining? Oh shit! Alright lads, if it is raining, am I blind? It is raining, right? I think this may effectively be a one-shot quali. And if you bin it, you'll be 8th. As TJ crosses the line to start his lap. And look, these men are leaving no gaps because they know they need to just get this lap in because the rain is coming. And we are going to watch the favourite and the fan favourite, Carsey, into turn 1. Kiss the apex nicely. It's a good exit there. Maybe he's being a little bit cautious on the bottom. Someone has binned it. Going up through a Rouge and Red run. Is that TJ? TJ, has he fumbled the bag? It is TJ. TJ has absolutely dropped the bread, so to speak. He's shagged the sheep. Oh, I haven't got any shit up. Why does it turn it off? Bang, 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 bang. A little bit squirrely through the section. Grip will be getting worse and worse throughout this lap. So he has got to make this one count, as the track will just not be in the same place the lap after. And even though it might make a difference that he's just 10 seconds behind the pack, as he uses his own line, which he found on Reddit, going into P1. Will he attack the curbs the same way he did in Q1, which did cost him in terms of time? As TJ retires, he knows that it is all over. He will not be able to beat the lap times. He kind of loses there a bit. TJ knows he won't be able to beat the lap times now that the track is getting wetter. Hidalgo also retires. The TJ, you silly nonce, you should have just set a lap. 43.3 from a BC, well, that's the time to beat. He was well ahead of everyone, so the track may have been quite a bit nicer for him than everyone else. Where are we finishing tonight, everyone? Pete, you're not finishing. That's my prediction. I told you that before. 42.3 from Alpha, a second quicker. Second row for Coke. Mac 2.5 tenths behind. Here comes Carsey. Pole for Carsey, 42.0. As I think Lewinsky to cross the line. Here he comes. Bird. So I believe that will... I don't think anyone will be going much faster. I think the track is just getting wetter unless it stops raining. Yeah, I think that might be it. So, if I am correct, which I'm often not, Carsey will be on pole, followed by a probably, although I don't know if this is a fact, but I would guess a career best pole, second position, front row, slow Alpha. Just Lewinsky P3 lining right up behind Carsey. Fantastic. The Aston Martin driver, Constructor Championship leader. He will be P4. Matt will be absolutely chuffed with P5. P5 in the championship, P5 on the grid, ahead of a lot of very quick drivers. He will be glad, and he'll probably back himself to catch the likes of Slow Alpha in the race. A BC boy P6, considering he somewhat bottled his one-shot quali lap. NRX Jan has joined back. Okay, fucking great. He will still start P6. Hidalgo and TJ both retired. TJ, I think, voluntarily retired, which was a mistake. If he had just set any lap at all, he would have been ahead of Hidalgo. So maybe emotions getting the better of TJ there. He will be starting P8, which, although he insists he is still in the fight for the championship, he does seem to be slowly slipping away and into the hands of the reigning champion in Carsey. Alright, so I think the drivers, I mean, if they were nice, they would all retire, as none of them will be going quicker in this session. Pete has left. Pete! And BC does not look disappointed over his lap. He just doesn't understand how everyone was going so fast while the rain was coming down. You five, can you like retire? The RS disabled, yeah. I'm not surprised. We might just have to sit here for 5 minutes. And I'm by myself, so I haven't really got that much to say. Waiting on Carsey Alpha Mac. Always waiting on Carsey, always waiting on Carsey. Loves to be the centre of attention. There we go. Okay, so those are your top 8. A very unorthodox qualifying with the rain and then the dry. No, the dry, then the rain. Then the dry and then the rain again. Made it quite spicy. Turned it into a one-shot quali for Q3. As we finally, after almost an hour of meant to have being started, we finally get on to the race. Or I'm sure we'll have 5 safety cars. Is anyone online that can talk to me? Well, there's got to be someone, surely. Dan! Can Dan? I'm going to write Dan. Wish me luck. Hopefully a second podium. I could see it happening, Mac. I can see you getting on the podium again. There are a lot of quick drivers also starting behind you, where you might be getting caught throughout this race. As IFC Daniel is in the party, lovely. Hello, Danny. I've been talking to myself for 50 minutes now, and I'm starting to go mad. So I would quite appreciate someone to talk to. I think there's like some NRX guy in who's really not meant to be, but I can't do anything about it at the moment. Have you been watching?
I've been watching towards the end of quality. My Wi-Fi has been down since I got home from work, so literally only come back on in the last 20 minutes, or else I was going to be commentating there too. Yeah, there's no space in the lobby, mate.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's because of this NRM driller. Not NRM, NRX?
Yeah.
That's actually very annoying. Sure, that means there's someone else spectating, because you're allowed 22, aren't
you? Yeah, you are.
Right. There's 19 driving, there's me, and then NRX Yan, or whatever the fuck his name is. Who the fuck else is in here? I haven't got a clue. Anyway, few drivers somewhat out of position. You've got Joe Kilgore at the back, NRM and NRX Monty 13th and 14th respectively.
Yeah.
So we see Carsey here giving it a bit of a weave, warming up the tyres gently.
I'll tell you what, I was quite impressed with Alpha's Alpha's quality, to be honest.
Yep, so he had to get it in on that one lap and he performed. Probably his first front row start in Tier 1, if I had to guess.
Demo Dan's really impressed me as well, to be honest.
Yeah, coming up from Tier 2 after a very strong Tier 2 race, to be fair, despite all the problems that race had. He performed well when he could.
The FIA is certainly going to be interesting.
Yeah, I might have to be busy on that day. Anyway, I don't think these people are going to see the message for NRX to leave, because we are wrist deep in this race. Quite an even split between whether to go medium or softs. There's a fair few mediums. Lewinsky, the P3 on the mediums. OBC P6 on the mediums. They might get swallowed up a bit at the start. And who?
What was that? Ed?
Alright. Sorry, my controller turned off there, Danny. I'm back.
Yeah, that's cool, mate. What was you saying?
I was saying, who would your money be on here? If you're a gambling man, who to take home that number one, the win?
I've got a couple of options really. One that would sound a little bit biased to myself, really. Just Lewiski, we know his pace around Belgium. You've got Carsey as well.
Yeah, I think I struggle to bet a bit against Carsey in these positions. He's starting on pole. He's got a clear track in front. I may jinx him here, but so far he is a driver very rarely makes big mistakes. What the fuck? Why is Lewis in the middle of the track?
Which seat are we missing anyway?
Probably one of mine, or it might be a Mercedes. Is it just me? Lewis is in the middle of the fucking track. Where's this game? He's in the middle of the... Oh, no, he's not. Okay, 5 lights are on, but they're probably not. Carsey starts to rev his engine. Oh, lights out and away we go. Looks like a strong start for Carsey. Approaches T1 firmly in the lead. Lewis is going to dive down the inside of Alpha for second place. There's a bit of commotion in the back of that Ferrari. Drag race between Lewiski and Alpha. Lewis lets him go. Tries not to take that risk this early on. People following. Demo down up to 4th place. He's got an incredible run on Lewis. Going for the podium positions. Is he going to try it into him? He's going to be braking into a dirty air of slow Alpha. No, Lewis is able to stay ahead. Carsey's got away cleanly, followed by Alpha, Lewiski, Dan, and then Coke and P5. A BC boy on his mediums has lost out 3 positions in sector here. They all file through. Lewis has done well to hold station on the...
I think Rem's got a weak arm as well, looking at the stream.
As that is Drizzy. He has fumbled the bag. And I would guess has spun at some point there. Unfortunate for Drizzy. That's not like him at all. That's Joe Kilgore. He has been this as well. Oh dear. Both of them will be absolutely fuming. We've got yellow flags in sector 3. Oh, a bit of side-by-side action between the Alpine and Haas. Demo Dan, it is a drag race down to turn 1. A little bit later on the brakes. Looks like Lewis has got the inside line, but Dan's going to stick it around the outside. It's on those soft tyres, so he'll get a better launch. And he's into the lead, heading down into Eau Rouge. Runs a little bit wide there. As Coke has a run on Lewis here. Are they going to make it 3 wide? Okay. Dan. Oh, there's contact between Dan and Lewis, and Lewis has spun. Lewis has come off worse in that altercation. Demo Dan holding firm. Going to be under pressure from Coke going into the hairpin. As look at Alpha. Alpha has been able to stick with Carsey here on the opening 2 laps. On these soft tyres. He's not overly spent his battery. This is very impressive stuff from Alpha. As there's a bit of a train forming behind Dan here. Lots of pressure on not an experienced driver. A lot of pressure on his shoulders here. Going into the 290-degree turns here. Oscar.
I'll tell you what, Demo Dan has really impressed me so far this season. Coming from where he was, tier 3, and he's showing really good form in tier 1.
Looked a bit of a 50-50 incident to me. Lewis, quite an aggressive driver, as Coke side by side down towards the bus stop chicane. As he tucks back into the slipstream, is he going to have a go? As Mac is very close in, and Mac is not going to try it. Thinks better of it. TJ just behind him in P6. He's going to be very desperate to get past. And Alpha sets the fastest lap of the race. DRS enabled. And look, Dan, he is still within a second of Carsey. Just about, to be fair. He's just clinging on as Nifty retires. That is a VSC. So, a little break in the action. I'm not too sure what happened.
Is there space in the lobby?
Danny?
Yeah, I'm here, right?
I didn't hear what you said because my controller keeps turning off.
It's alright, mate. I said it's the space in the lobby. Knife is out, or.
I don't think he left, or he might just keep. I don't know. You have to join off my gamer tag.
Yeah.
Okay. So Demo Dan has been the big winner here, up 6 places. THX Harvey also up 6 places. Monty, I think, must have had an incident as we are racing again. Monty must have had an incident. He's dropped back down to P16 and he has a penalty. NRM up to the points on those medium tyres. Obese is now the first runner out of all those medium tyres. Oscar up to P8. Demo Dan really impressing here, up in P3. Using a bit of battery to pull a bit more of a gap. More yellows. Oscar out. Oh dear.
There's definitely going to lose space now.
Heartbreak for Oscar. That's right. How is that not a safety car? Heartbreak for Oscar as he was having a really good race there. Don't know what happened there, but we are still racing here. Alpha doing his best, just clinging onto the back of Carsey. It's just yet. As Poke is tucked up neatly behind the rear wing of Demo Dan. He's going to be wanting to clear him and start hunting down Alpha for that. Aston Martin 1-2. And you've got to remember, McLaren are actually the closest rivals they have. Oh, I think TJ has spun through Eau Rouge. Oh dear, TJ. It's going from bad to worse. NRM has also binned it.
And I'm in.
And you're in. Oh, and Coke has spun. Everything is going tits up here. Coke has spun. Mac is up into P4. What the fuck? Obese boy on the mediums, right on the back of Coke now. Fucking hell.
And NRM's out as well.
I had no idea. It must have been through Rouge. Drizzy up into the points now on his medium tyres, recovering from his early mistake. But, you know. Going to look down the inside? No, he's going to back out. More yellows? No, no one else out. Okay. And look, slow. Oh, more. Oh, okay, it's fine. The yellow's scaring me. Slow. Back into the DRS. Oh, big snap of oversteers. He just falls out of that. No, he's got the DRS, but will he have it on the Kemmel straight? That's where it really matters. One of the longest straights on the calendar. And he's about, he's just a quarter of a second out. He's going to be using DRS. But no, he's not going to be in for that. And look, BC boy is going to get the DRS here. But people are quite spread out now, except Weak Arbits, half a second behind THX Harvey, approaching the detection point. Oh, he's a bit out of shape there though. Don't know, that most likely would be a win. NRM hit the wreckage of Oscar and Hidalgo apparently then. Okay, cool. As we're on board with Weak Arbits here, falling into Sector 1. Time penalty for THX Harvey. Is TJ dropping further back? Has he got a problem, or is he just struggling for pace here? As Joe and Drizzy go side by side, slight tap of the wheels as Joe claims that position from Drizzy. He looks like he's struggling a bit with the understeer there. Has he got damage? Maybe. I haven't got a fucking clue. I feel it's starting to spread here. Except for... Oh! And Lewinsky dives through on TJ. Maybe TJ is struggling here. With some damage or something. NRX is getting kind of pushed through by Lewis here. Is Lewis going to try and move here? No. Oh, look, he looks like he's losing so much time here. Oh, he's had to lift off a throttle there. Monty defending quite intelligently. It's going to be tucked up right in the slipstream. Monty runs wide. 3-second penalty for Monty. Lewis is going to try it into the bus stop chicane. Late on the brakes. They're going to go side by side as Drizzy is going to squeeze him onto the apex. Who will get the better traction? Monty does, but Lewis has got the DRS. And he brakes slightly later than Monty. He's going to try, not going to hang it around the outside, but he will just right behind him, and he's going to get the benefit of the DRS here. All the way down the Kemmel Straight, and it will be near impossible for Monty to defend. Oh, except Lewis loses it a bit. And he's going to put TJ right on the back of him. Going down the Kemmel Straight. TJ, Lewis, Monty. He's going to go, oh, not 3 wide, as Lewis breaks into the chicane. Will he come out ahead of Monty? Oh, is there his contact? And he's shoved into the, not into the wall, almost. But Lewis has come off better, so he might have a bit of side pod damage though. Going side by side, more wheel banging. Side by side into chicane. TJ is going to try and capitalise from this. No, he's not able to. As Monty, oh, has absolutely sent it there. The emotions getting the better of these two drivers. Oh, as he is absolutely. Oh dear. Oh, well. That was interesting. And Monty now has absolutely no wing as the full safety car has come out. Right. So this is peculiar. Dan, you still here? Oh, it looks like I'm back on my own, at least for now. Some interesting driving here, to say the least, as pretty much everyone has dove into the pits. Fresh set of mediums bolted on. Classy. And for most of BC Boy, he's into. What the fuck? Yep, those are intermediate tyres on Jesper. It's definitely interesting. Okay.
Still there, right?
Hello, Dan.
Hello, mate.
You missed an absolute madness.
What happened to TJ?
Okay, now, I don't want to say anything was done on purpose, okay?
Should I just read the admin chat?
Probably. Lewis and Monty were having a bit of a ding-dong battle, and then it looked like it became a bit emotional, a bit of unnecessary wheel banging, and then in TJ's eyes, Monty was intentionally trying to take Lewis out. It was no longer fair racing, and I don't want to say, but it looked as if he decided to take matters into his own hands and make it so Monty could no longer do that to Lewis. And that is why TJ and Monty are now out and Lewis is last.
And NRM has left the server.
No, he hasn't. He is under investigation.
No, he's left the server.
Are you sure? It still says
NRM. NRM KVS05 has left the server.
Oh, NRM. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I thought you were talking about, I was thinking about Monty. I think. In terms of the championship, this could not have gone much better for Carsey, could it, Dan? Lewis pits again. Probably going to come off the hards onto some mediums. Much better race tyre. As Monty has left the server. Academy is now quite chalked, so and to be fair, so is yours. You're gonna have to find another quick driver.
Yeah, 100%.
13 drivers left in this race, as we are on the safety car on lap 8 out of 22. But all this chaos does mean some drivers who might not necessarily be right up there have a real good shout of getting a very solid result for themselves. Likes of Weecar that's up in P7. I'm sure it'd be chuffed about. Anyway. Drizzy, after spinning lap 1, now up into P9. Joe Kilgore had a big accident at lap 1, or maybe it was lap 2 or something.
Subject for a second, Aiden. Do you have contact with Guy Koskas? Safety car is in this lap.
Anyway, sorry, I'm back now. So, Demolition Dan still holding strong in P3.
Well, Aiden, you might have found yourself a new Tier 1 driver.
Oh, but he's doing me with Tier 2 championship. I don't even know if he can always. I don't know if he can actually even race Tier 1 regularly. I think he might have said he could maybe time.
Does that mean I've got to give my vacant Tier 1 seat to...
We are back racing. Restart, but I think Mac overtook him just before the safety car restart line and therefore had to give the position back. As on the run down to Eau Rouge. Up and down the hill.
IFC arrows in the points again, Aiden.
Well, he's got a 3-second penalty though, which would currently knock him down, but he's doing very well for himself as we ride on board with Demo down here, following the front two through the chicane. Mac will feel he really should be getting past him as he's an established Tier 1 driver. Mac Damo Dan is only a Tier 2 driver. He probably feels he should be able to pass him. As Drizzy goes down the inside of his, for at least this rate, his teammate mate, up at P7. Some good points for Alfa Romeo at this rate, as he's going to try to close in on a BC boy. As Joe Kilgore and Jesper. Joe Kilgore is going to go down the inside. Jesper is going to be very kind to leave him a lot of space. Does not want to be in any incidents today, as he will now close down IFC arrows. But I think he will back himself down the pace again to Jean. Mac here using a decent amount of ERS, as was Coke. 200 miles an hour through. Is that Blanchimont? That?
Not too sure, mate, to be honest with you.
I call it Blanchiment, but if I'm wrong, someone will tell me I'm wrong. Sorry, I completely missed Drizzy. Getting past a BC boy who was maybe struggling a bit on those hard compound tyres. They're not the same pace, maybe. Also, Cope, he will be thinking he should be getting a bit more out of this race than P5, considering all of those who are out will have big issues. We're gonna ride on board with Joe Kilgore here, closing up to the back of Pete, but not close enough to make a move. As Mac is now very close to the back of Demo Dan. The dirty air kind of washes away into the very long hairpin for so long, understeering all the way. Does well through there. Careful on the track doing this. And look, Slow is really keeping pace with Carsey so far. I've been very impressed how slow Alpha has been driving, haven't you then?
I really am, yet to be honest.
As there are yellows. And it's Coke!
It's Coke.
Oh dear. He will be massively disappointed with himself. As he was in the position to get a very good result. As, someone else dropping down. Kilgore and Arberts. And Arberts. Maybe they've had a bit of a coming together. Not ideal. Demo Dan 5/10 behind second place. Only a second off the lead. I'm not sure he would have believed you if you told him, but halfway through the race he was second off the lead. But here he is, going through the bust-up chicane. And look how close Alpha is to Carsey here. We're going to get DRS on this lap? We are. It is not out of the question here, as Drizzy sets the fastest lap of the race. It is not out of the question that we will see the DRS, he's maybe 3/4 of a second a bit too much. But DRS is going to be quite a big advantage down the Camel Straight here.
Especially if he can get his slipstream as well.
Yeah, you need to be quite close on this game to get any effect from the slipstream. He's going to be gaining all the way down here. And he pulls out very early. Maybe just to, call the engine, check from Demo Dan. He decided it was not going to be possible to make him. Mac is very close to Drizzy here. Drizzy's on the softs, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be very punchy at the start. I'm not sure this is going to last until the end, though. I think I'd be willing to bet it won't. So maybe a tactical error from Drizzy here. So yeah, maybe as Pete is up to P8 now, although he does have these penalties. He's been driving a very solid, very strong race so far. Only halfway through though.
However, Harvey in front does have more penalties than
He does, so that would bump him up a bit. But look, maybe Carsey has a little bit damage, maybe he's not pushing all out, but so far, Alpha has been able to match everything Carsey has done so far. He's never been out of his depths. And maybe he's dragging them along a bit in his DRS, as, I think Joe has spun again. He has. This may be a race he wants to hurry. Look, less than a second again. Maybe he's getting dragged along by the DRS a bit. But you would expect, as Lewinsky gets past Pete, heading into turn 1, you would expect Carsey to be able to drive off into the distance here. But it's simply not happening.
Could we see Drizzy finish an IFC race?
He's been pushing flat out in a desperate attempt to make up positions on these soft tyres. Is he going to have a go into the chicane? Sorry, it's not a chicane, it's a hairpin. He's literally pushing Mac through this section. And he does not have... the switchback though. And he's going to be using all the batteries he's got. He is leading into Coron. And he is now ahead of Mac, up into 4th place. But I gotta say, these soft tyres, I don't think will last. PHX Harvey, very close to the back of the BC boy. Jester, very close to the back of Pete. And the BC boy is just struggling to get these hard tyres going. They're not giving him the performance he's looking for. And he's been on the back foot ever since the safety car restart, hasn't he, Dan?
He has been, yeah. The BC boy is on the hard as well, isn't he? So.
That is Coke again. So, another one who might want to forget this race in a bit of a hurry. And I think that was Joe again as well. Maybe not.
Yeah, Coke on the corner where I lost it
THX
yesterday.
Harvey down the inside of a BC boy into the bus stop chicane. A BC boy not going to give too much of a fight. Harvitz gets a 3-second penalty. Harvey needs to make a decent gap if he's trying to get any points, because he's got 6 seconds off of penalties. Alpha just about clinging onto that DRS right now, as Drizzy has fallen out of the DRS, of Demolition down in front. Max still very much in it though, and with a lot more battery to play with than Drizzy as he starts to use it down this Kemmel straight. The rear red light of Drizzy flashing as he's gaining, very quickly approaching the break zone. Oh, he's just not enough straight. He needed about 100 metres more. He could have had him.
Yellow flag to set one when he covers is out.
Harvitz is out. Coke is in the pits.
Safety car, this is going to bring out the softs.
You think we're going to see... This will be interesting, especially if you're in Carsey's shoes, what do you do? Because I think Drizzy will definitely pit because he needs to get some different tyres on. And I think Obese,
yeah,
he's going to want some... He's going to say, fuck these tyres, man. These shits are not working. He's going to be looking for some softs too, maybe some mediums, depending what he's got in the cupboard. But if you're Carsey, what do you do? Because you don't know, the people on the mediums can easily make the end. If you pit and no one else does, you've thrown away the win. But also, if you pit, if you don't pit, and everyone stays out, you're also kind of fucked, aren't you?
I think Carsey will pit. I think Carsey, Alpha, Demodan. We'll find out shortly anyway, because Carsey's approaching the bus stop chicane now. And Carsey does
staying out.
Not pit. Neither does Alpha. Demodan stays out. Drizzy goes in.
THX Harvey diving in.
Harvey
Lewis
pits. The BC boy stays out.
Surprised that a BC boy stayed out. I would definitely have pit if I was a BC boy. IFC Arrows coming in. Coke and Joe Kill were already on fresh tyres. So, Carsey may be saved a little bit by the fact that the 4 behind it, the 5 behind it, all on the same tyres he is. Except for those hards of a BC boy, but... I think if everyone had pit and Carsey had stayed out, he would have been in a lot of trouble. But I think, you know, when you're, especially if you're Alpha and Dan, you're not kind of a bit out of position, you know, you're not always in these kind of T1 podium positions. You're just going to follow what the person in front does. You're not going to take any risks. People a bit further behind, they're not scared to take a risk. They haven't got that much to lose. Only a couple of points, especially for the likes of Just Lewiski. Very experienced driver, a lot of success in his career. He's completely fine to gamble the few points he would have had in P8 or whatever. He's ready to gamble it all for a bigger result. He does not care. So this will be interesting. And you've got to say, Drizzy here, he has gained a lot because he had no ERS, he was on the wrong tyres, and then that safety car come out. He's able to get his ERS all the way back up to 100. He's on fresh softs now, the best softs in the field. And you've got to say, it is on for Drizzy to go straight for this podium and maybe even a bit further, despite his spin on lap 1.
Also, Aidan, do you think the rumours about the F1 game tomorrow are true, that we could be getting a very big patch and we could also be getting Portimao tomorrow?
Well, 2 things excite me there, and some of them also scare me. In fact, Portimao is a brilliant track. For anyone who hasn't driven it on a different game, maybe Project Cars 2 or something, Portimao is a brilliant track, very exciting, lots of elevation change. It's really, really fun to drive. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun on this game on it. It's got a nice long straight. So overtaking will be possible, but also very technically challenging sections, a lot of blind corner entries. And I think it will create some exciting racing. Also some punishing gravel runoffs as well. Not all nice tarmac everywhere, there are some punishing ones. Is the safety car coming in? I have no idea.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, oh yeah, Joe's fucking mile off. The big patch, that could go either way. It could either massively fix a lot of the problems Like, or to be fair, in the past they've often just released patches and it's just created more problems as far as I can tell. So
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of like a 50-50. You never know.
Could we be getting the performance patch tomorrow though, do you think? I think it's quite possible.
I think they should spend less time on making the game realistic and more time on making the game function. I would much rather the cars be too fast or have too much straight line speed or whatever, and get rid of all these bugs, get rid of the force feedback glitches, get rid of the lobbies dropping all the time, get rid of the safety car glitches, get rid of all the visual glitches. You know what I mean? I don't care if the cars are a second to quick round ones on the game or whatever.
Could we maybe get all 3 new tracks tomorrow? I know they've only teased Portimao, but could we be getting all 3?
I don't think so. I think surely they would have built some hype up for it with a bit of teasing. I definitely don't think we'll get Jeddah. Jeddah, I think 100% not, because I think it wasn't announced that long ago. They won't have enough time, surely. Imola they've known for a long time, but I think they're putting their effort into Portimao. Imola got to turn their resources to Imola today. Not today. Whenever they release Portimao, which we're thinking will be tomorrow.
Yeah. I think Jeddah...
You know what would be cool?
Will be...
Cool idea. They should release the one-off liveries. For like the cars. So you know how McLaren has a special Monaco livery and stuff like that? If you race in a McLaren at Monaco, it should give you that, you should be in that Golf livery. Or if you raced at Italy in the Alpha, you should be in that special livery, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%.
That would be cool. Like, it'll just be a nice thing.
I think if Alpha
Drizzy
gets...
almost spins it on the safety car.
I think if Alpha finishes on the podium, we could see a shoey Aiden.
A shoey from Drizzle?
From Drizzle, maybe, yeah.
The Drizzle from Drizzle, maybe. Sorry. As a safety
Pete
car,
and Coke, 4 seconds.
Coke and Pete. I'm sure the stewards will have a look at that after, maybe knock it off. So, not too sure what happened there. Jeddah.
Is Coke going to have wing damage?
Season's calendar. So apparently Milan somehow already knows. I'm not sure how, but he is saying that Imola will be coming out in the next around the end of the IFC season calendar. And if that is the case, it could be included in the as yet unreleased and unspecified IFC special event that me and TJ are planning. But we're about to get racing here again. Carsey has jumped the gun, caught Alpha napping slightly as the green flag, and we are racing in Belgium once again. Demodan very close, very, very close indeed to the back of Slow Alpha. As we see Drizzy, another one on those fresh softs. He's going to be looking to make up places quickly. And another full battery for him to deplete in 2 laps. Carsey has already pulled a second to second place. Demodan using a lot of battery here in the slipstream of Slow Alpha. He's not satisfied with 3rd place, he wants more. 3-second penalty for Coke-tastic. Not going to be close enough going in. Jesper side by side with Rabisi boy. Going into the chicane.
And Drizzy as well in there as well.
Drizzy's, yep, he's in the mix. Drizzy trying to stick around the outside. They ghosted for whatever reason. Oh, and THX Harvey trying to take advantage. Oh, loses the car a bit. They somehow will stay in the same position. Oh no, sorry, Lewis got past Harley. Look at the pressure Dan is putting onto Slow out here. Very impressive drive. Oh, loses a car a little bit going through there. Keeps it going in the right direction though. Drizzy very close behind Jesper. These softs are looking racy. Is he going to try a move here? He's got, no, he thinks better of it. Smart lad for once. Maybe he's going to be looking for an exit, a good exit on these next couple of corners, have a run at him into the bus stop chicane. They've all got pretty much full batteries at this point, just one after the safety car restart.
Lewis on the back of Drizzy.
He is very close. Drizzy, I'm sure, will not want to be losing any positions here. Oh, a little lift for Lewis. Will Drizzy try into the bus stop chicane? He pulls to the right. He's going to be able to brake later. than Jesper does.
And he gets the move done.
And he makes the move. As Lewiski also, with a brilliant exit, gets past Jesper. And these soft runners will now be hunting down a BC boy. They should have a massive pace advantage on the hard runners. Matt very close behind Demolition Dan now. They've both used a decent amount of battery. So Alpha is caught back up to the back of Carsey. Breaking into the chicane. Nothing happening there. Drizzy ever closing on Obese Boy. Looking for that top 5 finish. Coke and Pete battling out at the back. Coke looking, no, not enough to make the move stick there. We're back on board with Drizzy here. Ever closing in, and Lewis will, he's going to start getting a little bit frustrated maybe. Oh, as he takes too much curb, and he spins, and he will be spinning all the way. Very, very lucky to not completely wipe himself out there, but he is right at the back now, at the back of the pack. Lucky he didn't get collected by those barriers there. Just enough runoff to lose that energy and slow him down in time.
Didn't that happen to Oscar in tier 2 and he didn't?
It might have, mate. I don't know.
So fortunate.
Drizzy, lots of battery being used. So even more being used by BC Boy here. As he's going to follow him all the way through Blanchimont. I've called it Blanchimont all day. Don't know if it's called that. Drizzy late on the brakes into the bus stop. The braking power on those fresh softs just not comparable to that of the hard tyres. Drizzy's the fastest lap of the race. He is flying right now. And he will be, he's a bit of a DRS train here now. Carsey has broken it to slow. Demo Dan half a second behind. Can Demo Dan challenge for that second set on the podium? He's only 4/10 behind, going up through a rouge. Radio is going to open that DRS in 100 meters time, and he is going to be ever closing on Slow Alpha all the way towards the chicane. Gaining, he's going to be pulling alongside into the braking zone. Braking into the chicane. They're going to go side by side. They leave each other just about enough room. He's going to have the short line for the right hander, and they do touch. They touch there, and Demo Dan has got ahead. Drizzy, through that commotion, has got ahead of Mac. And Mac and a BC Boy come together. Almost loses the car entirely. BC Boy's going to try to hold it on the outside, and he gets ahead. I'm not sure Mac will be too happy with that, and he's now under pressure from THX Harvey. Mac is now dropping like a stone back into the clutches of IFC Jay Kilgore. A BC Boy, maybe these horses have finally produced a bit of performance for him. Surely THX Harvey will be able to find a way past in these fresh soft. Drizzy now very close to the back of Slow Alpha. Going to get a better launch off.
Could we potentially see Drizzy challenging Carsey in the last couple of laps for the win?
I think Carsey's got too much pace. He's starting to pull away from this pack now. And while the softs are definitely faster, they're going to start every single lap. They're just losing their advantage a bit more and more. Is he going to try another move? He is. Late on the brakes once again into the bus stop. He slows it down right in time. Another impressive move from Drizzy. Very impressive drive so far today. And he's now going to be hunting down a tier 2 driver running in P2 in a tier 1 race. Mightily impressed with Dan. He's a brilliant driver. Accelerating out of turn 1.
This has got to be Drizzy's best ever race in IFC.
I would say by a country mile. I have watched him and clowned him for a lot of his performances. And yes, he did spin at the start. And I did clown him with it then. But now he is driving exceptionally well. Makes some impressive overtakes. Yes, with a big tyre advantage. But he made that decision. It was a tough decision to make. And he is now reaping the rewards as he is cutting through the field. Look how close he is to Demo Dan here. Pushing him through these corners. Carsey 2.5 seconds up the road. Yellows as Mac's out. Mac has, I don't know if he's been, oh no.
Safety car.
Oh, we have been robbed a thrilling end to this race. Thrilling battle between Demolition Dan and Drizzy as we will get at most, I would say, 1 lap now.
Could this be Drizzy's race win, Aidan?
I don't know, but we're only going to get 1 lap, aren't we?
No. The game automatically throws it at 2 laps beyond the safety car. 2 laps have to be remaining at the end, so we're only going to get big slap behind the safety car.
He's really going to struggle to make up 2 positions against, I'd say, other than himself, definitely the 2 best drivers today in Demo Dan and Carsey. It's a shame though, I was really looking forward to that battle at the end, and also it's going to hurt Harvey, who's got penalties. Pete comes into the pits, as does Jesper and Lewiski.
Oh, Y2K's joined the server.
Who the fuck is that?
Someone who I race with in BBC.
Is he good?
Yeah. He's alright to be fair, he's about my level to be honest.
Okay. Fresh softs onto the Williams of Jesper. Same with Lewiski and Pete. As I think, did Pete change his wing there? Is that why he's come out behind Amanda? Maybe. Carsey. Has he led every lap so far? Because I think he might have. Has he? Do you have any idea, Dan?
What's that? Carsey. I think he has, yeah.
He has led every single lap here today, so far. But you know, he is, you know, about 2.5 laps away.
The safety car will be in this lap.
I think everyone's closed up, so should get 2 full laps of racing. I know we would have wanted a bit more, but it is what it is, as someone might say. But oh, Pete Weatherly has got his 5 seconds removed. That's actually really smart by Pete, isn't it? Because look, when he gets 5 seconds removed by the FAA, that's going to move him up the order, isn't it? Dan?
Well, it possibly is, yeah.
So maybe a
Because
huge frame play.
he'll gain 2 seconds.
Yeah. It's a slightly flawed system, but the game is shit, so it's the best we've got in dealing with those 5-second penalties, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
So,
a lot of other leagues do it though as well, don't they? Where
well, yeah, but some say if you
seconds.
serve it under safety car, then they don't get it removed. Some do it like that, but I also think that's not fair. Everyone's swerving, getting some temperature into their tyres for what is now a 2-lap sprint. Carsey's going really backing them up, and I don't know if they all know this rule, but as soon as the car crosses the safety car line, which is pretty much as he goes now, which is the start finish line, they can all go. Carsey's gone early, 5-second penalty in the back. That'll be looked at by the stewards. As Carsey's got a nice gap back to Demolition down in P2, followed by Drizzy in P3 on the fresher softs. Slow now with 5-second penalty as THX Harvey's going to look down the inside. Not sure if there was contact. Pete's got 5 seconds for corner cutting. What did Pete do? Must have done a bit of a mad corner cut. If we're going to ride on board with Drizzy, they'll all have full batteries once again, so I don't think the ERS will play a very big factor here. It is just pure pace. THX Alpha just goes past slow Alpha on the straight. Tucks into the slipstream, but not going to be close enough on the braking. Drizzy is now really close to Demo Down. If he wants this win, I think which he definitely does, he's going to make a lunge here, or does he get the best exit? No, that was a little look. But if he has any chance to win, he's going to have to get past Demo Down right now. Three tenths behind, going into P1. Should have the tyre mechanical grip advantage, but that dirty air will be costing him all the way through. Using a lot of battery power. Look at the braking, he's just gaining so much there. Loses a bit on the exit. But Joe Kilgore very close to slow Alpha as well. Coke very close to beatable, but he has 8 seconds of penalties. Slow Alpha another 3 seconds. As Drizzy is going to be very close. Both of them using so much.
Are we going to see
Yellow's in sector 3
Drizzy?
as Coke has spun again. Oh no. Are we going to see another move by Drizzy into the bust of chicane? Demo Dan. Oh! A little bit naughty from Demo Dan there. Moved twice. As it is not the cleanest. In my opinion, that is Drizzy's space. But he's going to dive down the inside. Demo Dan is going to try and get the switch back on him. But look, this battling has allowed Parsi to break away. There'll be no DRS through. Is it DRS? Is it been activated?
No.
No. There'll be no DRS. Parsi is now clearing the lead, 1.2 seconds. Demo Dan is gaining. He is gaining. There's only 3 of them all together into the chicane. Drizzy stays ahead, front wing of Demo Dan just behind. THX Harvey desperately looking for a way around the Haas, but he can't find it. Demo Dan holding firm against his car. Much quicker tyres on at the moment. Drizzy's starting to pull away from him. Coke has retired. He's decided enough is enough.